sheeple, lazy and evil. For years I've watched y'all allow Donald Trump turn you to crazy people. Where's that freedom eagle when you...
Welcome to 3 Count Commentaries. Let us discuss AEW Dynamite from December the 3rd, 2021, which is, to be quite honest, not bad in ring action for the most part, but literally nothing else on this show. So Tony Nese was defeated by Sammy Guevara, in which probably one of Sammy Guevara's best matches. Highly enjoyable match, actually. Give this match, a thumbs up, to be quite honest. The reason why I give it a thumbs up is because they actually told a story that made sense in this match. Now, the structure of the match made sense, but if I just had to nitpick, I would have said that the shine part of this match was a little too much. The early going, where Sammy Guevara was supposedly having hurt ribs, but he's still doing corkscrew drop kicks and flying whippity-doos. I mean, that's just modern wrestling, where we have to just deal with guys who don't really want to sell, and they too worried about looking weak. They don't want to look weak. So it's all about, hey, man, let me get my shit in. But when Nese was in control, it was very basic. He kicks to the ribs, knee to the back, Boston Crab, and then later in the match, he turned it up and started doing some high flying stuff. It was very methodical, very smart match from Nese. Absolutely nothing wrong with this. Nese, of course, loses to whatever that flipping thing, knee to the face, whatever Sammy Guevara is using. I still think he should change that, especially since Punk is on the roster now. We really don't need it. In any event, good job to Tony Nese for carrying Sammy Guevara to a really good match and structuring the match like an adult. So good job there. They have no problems there. Christian and Jurassic Express said that they've been on a roll and they were going to be scouting tonight's match, even though the champions are not going to be in it because Phoenix is not there. And said confident his guys are going to be the next tag team champions. Again, inoffensive promo, nothing there. Nothing to really talk about except Christian is now the manager for the Jurassic Express. I know he's not a member. He's apparently a manager. All right, look. I know he didn't come back from this, but he already got his pay-per-view main event, and now they're kind of like, we don't know what to do with you, Christian. So the little buddy system continues, with Christian is going to have to coach them through promo class. It's going to be a promo class on the road, I guess. The second match, Janai Kai versus Jade Cargill. Thunder Rosa was on commentary because Janai Kai is apparently her student, quote-unquote. And Thunder Rosa should be embarrassed at her student, considering Jade Cargill beat her in 3 seconds. At least it was short. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing I can say about this is at least it was short. After the match, Jade Cargill decided she was going to beat up Janai Kai even more. This led to Thunder Rosa running to the ring. There was a cat fight between the two, and it was building up their TBS match. And I was like, okay, whatever, no problem. So far, this show was moving on. I got a nice little clip. Even though Nese and Guevara was pretty long, and maybe even too long, I liked the story that they told, and I liked the structure of it. They didn't, kill me with Jade Cargill and Janai Kai. I had no interest in this match, and they kind of knew that I had no interest in it. And they decided that their focus was not going to be in showcasing Janai Kai and what she can do, which I know upset a lot of the wrestling intelligentsia, which I saw. They said, our job is to get Jade Cargill over. Therefore, Jade Cargill is going to beat her in 2 seconds. And therefore, that's what they did, which was smart booking. Very smart. I know that Jade Cargill is going to kind of get exposed when she gets in there with Thunder Rosa. It's going to be a little bit different, but it's necessary. She got to learn. She got to get on that treadmill eventually. So then we get to the truly, truly awful part of the show. The Young Bucks and Adam Cole. Adam Cole cuts a promo about Orange Cassidy trying to take away his spotlight, and that Orange Cassidy is a laughing stock of AEW. The Young Bucks then said they were tough guys, and that how about they are going to challenge 2 of the best friends, any 2 members of the best friends, against the Young Bucks. And then they announced that it was going to be Rocky Romero and Truck Taylor. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, bro. Is this real? The Young Bucks are just so terrible. Their promo is not believable. They're like two cartoon characters, and with no fear of failure and no pressure on them at all, they're not getting any better. Like, too many people think that, the business is about fun and, all that kind of stuff. You can have fun, but you have to be serious too. You have to know when to turn it on and when to turn it off. The Young Bucks just don't have it. They just don't have the it factor to make anything seem serious or make anything seem uh, dire. It all just comes across like a joke. And Adam Cole is hanging out with these people. I mean, it is what it is. Him feuding with Orange Cassidy, I just don't get the booking of that. Why is he feuding with Orange Cassidy? What is preventing him from, doing something actually good? All right, so the next thing was Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston cut a promo, very short, that says that he didn't care about Jericho and don't want Jericho's help, but he's going to do something bad to 2.0 because they're going to have to reap what they've sown. Very short, effective promo. Nothing to complain about when it comes to Eddie Kingston. That was pretty good. They showed a vignette for Bryan Danielson versus John Silver. Is that his name? John Silver? That's Long John Silver. What's this kid's name? Is it Adam Silver? That's not. Why do I keep thinking of Adam Silver? Anyway, Johnny Hungy. Yeah, so John Silver. So, and Bryan Danielson says that, there's nothing funny about John Silver, and when he wasn't wasting his life at 30 playing around. And I thought that was a pretty good line because, he's a guy with a clock hanging above his head, It's like Doom from Final Fantasy. You ever had Doom casted on you? That's what, that's how Bryan Danielson is at this point. I think he said that he's got 3 years left, and then this is it for him. So every Wednesday, every Friday that goes by that he wrestles a match is one more, and he's getting closer and closer to his wrestling career being over, and him being very serious about this stuff and taking it very seriously now. I like it. I like Bryan Danielson as take this business seriously kind of guy, and it makes sense for him in this new environment. He's once again reinventing himself, and some people have said he's going back to what he was, and it's like I don't know. He's never going to be who he was before. After going to WWE and being there for so long, he's learned a lot more, and therefore he knows a lot more about the business. He's not going to be the exact same, but I like that he's frustrated by the Dark Order and all the silliness. So that's at least good. I just don't like that he's going to share a ring with this guy, and it seems to me like it's completely pointless for him to do so. But they insist, and their audience actually likes it. They like Johnny Hungy. It's like, oh, motherfuckers need to grow up. All right, the third match: Pentagon and Pac, Death Triangle versus FTR. So Mark Henry asks Pac again about the eye patch. To where Pac says, "Do I look blinded? I can see perfectly fine." And whatever. I'm ready to go. Tonight is about revenge. The FTR said, yeah, tonight is about revenge. And they stole their revenge because Phoenix flaked out on him. He didn't have the huevos to show up to give them their title shot. And they got robbed of becoming the 2-time tag team champions. They started to bicker and argue, to which Mark Henry very forcefully said, "It's time for the main event." And I was like, okay, well, finally, let's get there. The match itself was typical AEW tag team match, in so much that once it started going, the tags stopped, and it just became tornado, where guys just do whatever they want, and they jump all over the place, in and out of the ring constantly. There was a really long small package spot that took place during the picture-in-picture where I feel like Dax was pinned for 10 minutes. It's just what it felt like. I know it wasn't 10 minutes, but he felt like he was in that small package literally forever. They could have baked a fucking cake. He was in there so long. The finish came with Malachi Black spitting in Pac's face that allowed FTR to score the roll-up win. Then they jumped Penta, jumped Pac. Malachi Black gouged Pac's eyes with his fingers, and FTR snatched Penta's mask. So they're kind of up in the ante. AEW successfully switched Malachi Black and Cody's opponents by seamlessly moving Pac to Malachi Black and moving Cody to Andrade. Of course, this makes no sense because we're not really sure why these people were affiliated with one another in the beginning in the first place. Like, what did Malachi Black have in common? Like, we get why Andrade was hanging out with the Pinnacle because he was paying them. But why was Malachi Black there? Was he paying them too? I don't know. We weren't told. So now Malachi Black is still hanging out with the Pinnacle because he's now out there helping FTR, and we don't know why. Oh, he don't like Pac. Okay, why? This is that's an important piece of the puzzle here, is why. Why are they doing this? I'm not going to argue with you. You want to have Pac versus Malachi Black. I was thrilled with their match at NXT UK. I thought it was very good. That was my introduction to Tommy End, actually. I really did not scour the European independents for that stuff, and, was pleasantly surprised that he was very good when I signed him in NXT UK. And he remains very good. It's just they're not doing him any favors in terms of story or in terms of building and but building and growing, rather, that character that he's using. The character has stopped growing. It's even lost its cool factor, if we're being honest. He didn't even get a great reaction when he came out this week. So, it's everything's feeling also ran. I think it's time for them to bring in another big signing. They kind of need it at this point, right? I think everybody's sitting around waiting for Bray Wyatt. They're looking like, please come in. We need fresh energy into this show. I know that we're saying that Danielson and, Punk and all these guys are, the biggest stars of all time, but, it's been a while since we had a big signing. We kind of need one. And all of our other big signings are starting to flutter away. They need a booster shot, so they're probably going to be throwing some money at some people very soon. Almost everybody they bring in now, they send through Dark. So it's not even a big deal anymore. They brought in Josh Woods from the Pure Champion from Ring of Honor. Guy's phenomenal. They put him on Dark. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, that's the thing, man. Like, I get that maybe Tony Khan doesn't see these guys. He's supposed to be a wrestling fan. He's never seen Josh Woods. You didn't watch Ring of Honor? I would have at least, especially when I heard they were going out of business, watched like the most recent shows to see, like, okay, this guy might be kind of good. We don't know. Like, you have to go and know him, sure. But, Josh Woods being on Dark is stupid, especially when you have open spots on Dynamite. They have such a big opportunity here with the influx of talent they could get from Ring of Honor, to replenish the roster, but they need that big WWE signing, to be quite honest. Bringing in Ring of Honor guys, and smaller 205 Live guys are not going to really get them the boost that they need, or the boost that they have given their audience, conditioned their audience, rather, to expect. So they're definitely going to be looking to collect some bigger names in 90 days or whatever to get them to jump ship to AEW. But this show wasn't great. It wasn't awful. It was just kind of on the screen, The tag team match, it was what it was, but it was not horrible. It just wasn't great. And Nice and Guevara wasn't great, and it wasn't bad. It was pretty good. But that was it. The rest of this show was nothing. And Booker of the Year did this. I know that the show was essentially kind of thrown together due to the main event being kind of botched due to Phoenix's injury. But you still put Pac in that position. Everything should have been fine, but apparently not. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like, share, subscribe, donate if you can, and I'll talk to you guys later.